Hey guys, we're here with my boy Thien, who topped yet another Niagara Regionals with Fiendsmith Labrynth this time. The new stuff from Info. How are you liking the new package?
It is very broken, and I understand why it's really expensive. But I don't know, man. Like the stuff is not fair. It's literally not fair. Yeah.
And you finished third, was it?
Yeah, I finished third.
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Okay, well, I guess we'll get right to the list then.
Yep. So what I have here is I have 3 Ariana, 1, 2, 3. Of course, normal summon. You need her. And then these are, I decided just to run one of every, the main ones here too. Because basically with the Fiendsmith stuff, these are actually potentially extra bodies for you to go into the Fiendsmith line. And this deck kind of feels like, okay, well, if they do something and you don't have anything else, you go into the Fiendsmith line, you go end on Beatrice. And, Beatrice, you just, get your engine and get any other stuff. And especially in this format when it feels like it's an FCK format. So
the last time we did a profile, you actually were not playing this.
No, I was not. I was playing a trap variant as well. I went to Nats with the trap variant. But I couldn't make it to day 2 or anything like that. But
you were close.
Yeah, it was close. But like this version, it strays away from that. This is a furniture build with the Fiendsmith, and it plays very differently. I feel like it feels very combo heavy, which is kind of outside my bubble. Because I'm very more of like a control type player, but this deck kind of like got me to play like a combo player, which feels kind of weird. But anyways, that's just, yeah. Okay. So the furnitures, of course, these 3, and the 1 clock. These guys are, they also have especially with the new TCG Fusion, these have synergy with it. And I'll show you guys after. But, it's really cool. And then, of course, to welcome Labrynth. Best trap, big welcome, love this trap. And of course the field spell, very useful. So since I said it was a very more combo heavy, now it's you also play the Unchained package as well. So they're all fiends, so it's very, very useful to have that. And then these are my non-engine traps, so of course transaction. So transaction with the combo with the Fiendsmith, you go Beatrice, you could dump transaction, and you can also dump like any other trap and you can copy it. And just to remind everyone, cross out, let's say if I flip like transaction copy D barrier, if you try to cross out D barrier or cross out any of that, it does not work. You need to cross out an actual transaction. Just because I actually had people try doing that to me and it does not work. Just reminding, yeah. So Black Go.
Kept up to yourself.
Yes, I know. Well, just, of course with the community, this is also part of my combo now. Black Go is actually very interesting because you can also use this going second to crack boards. You could declare like a monster on the field and they can't use it. Like IP in the draw phase. And also, if you're going first, you can also like turbo this out with Lady. Then after you turbo it out with Lady, you could use like the red dog to pop it. And then this becomes live in the graveyard now. D-Barrier, because D-Barrier actually hits some of the Fiendsmith stuff and also like, the generic rogue. Branded, of course, as well. So I just decided, and of course Tempai. So I just started to main it and it actually worked out really well. This card was really MVP for this regional. And of course Daruma because, Snake Eyes and Yubel, they struggle a lot against that card. And then I have my other non-engine, so 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and 2 Nibiru. Where's my Nibiru? Oh, here it is. Yeah, there you go. So these are the hand trap lineup that I decided to run with. I just decided to run with 2 because I don't know, I just don't like drawing 3, and I'm fine with seeing it like once, 1 copy, but like I said, this card has been kind of iffy. Honestly, I might have just cut it, but it just has so much synergy with the furnitures that I decided, I gotta run it.
Would you ever run Molchummy, Prolia?
Honestly, if I had Molchummy, probably would run it in the sideboard because it does come up, but I've noticed through testing that like the really good players, they can just play through Molchummy, they can play around it. So, and also speaking of Molchummy, I got Molchummy a lot during the regionals, and I just laughed at them because I just furniture pitch set and I'm done. So, just saying, I think this was a good call for me to run it for that regional. So, there's that, and then of course, Fiendsmith. I don't know what to say. These cards, like, they just do so much. It's actually insane. And like, for instance, like Lurie, like you could pitch up a furniture, they could summon out of the graveyard. Like, there's just so much to do with these guys. You could break boards with them afterwards, just set up so much stuff. So yeah, that's the main deck. I'll go with the extra deck now. So the extra deck lineup, I have the Unchained package, of course. These guys, very, very useful, of course. It's Unchained, you could And then there's the Muckracker, of course. If you're playing a Fiend deck, you need to run this. Beatrice and Darius. Majority of time, I'm always going to Beatrice because honestly, if they were gonna nib me, they were gonna nib me on the two bodies. They wouldn't nib me afterwards. At least what's what I've noticed. So usually, even if I go to Beatrice and they nib me here anyways, I still get the plus. Like I can still send something off anyways.
So Labrynth can get nibbed now? I guess they all.
Yeah, Lab can actually get nibbed now. Yeah. Honestly, they can. And you know what? Post side, I think they take out the nibs, but sometimes I think you might have to keep in the nib. So it also feels really weird. And this is the Fiendsmith stuff. So of course, most of the time I'm going into this one. This is the it came up so much actually, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but it says that if you use a monster effect from the hand, you draw one card. So what ends up happening when I'm going through my Fiendsmith line, I hold my furnitures, I go make this first, and then I do my furniture, and I draw one as well. Wow. So, and then I go through more of my Fiendsmith line, and then go into the rank 6, etc., etc., yeah, broken. Konami, I don't know what you're doing, but, there you go.
Does the Air Eater one come up at all? I'm not.
I think it does, but honestly, my extra deck space has been so tight.
I think anything.
Like, it's just, maybe I cut the Darius, but at the same time, Darius did come up a few times, because he's also a Fiend. So, if you get Fiend Lock, you can also summon him instead of Beatrice.
Caesar,
yeah, Caesar, so, yep. Yeah, just really good cards. And then, of course, these are my other ones. Chaos Angel, another thing about the synergy that I had noticed about with the Fiendsmith is that the Fiendsmith Engraver is a level 6 light. So, to crack boards, if you have, like, Ariana, level 4, Dark, and you have this, you can, like, the Engraver, it's level 6, you can just synchro into this. And, it's unaffected by monster effects, so it just comes up too, right? Like I said, it's and of course SP is really good, and Typhon comes up against Brandon and a lot of other decks to crack boards. Yeah, so that's my extra deck, and then let's go get my side deck. So my side deck choices, evenly matched, of course, because for stun and all that kind of stuff, and the transaction rollback play, very very useful, love it. Joel, like I said before, I always hate this card, but honestly, that day when I decided to put this in, it actually won me a few games, so you know what? Maybe it's a good thing I ran this card. Yeah, it came up a lot. Phantasme, I mostly just sided in for Snake Eyes because I want to fix my hands. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like if in my main deck there's a lot of like bricks, and I want to fix up my deck most of the time. So Phantasme is really really helpful for that. Bishop, I think I lost my Druid Worm, so I had to use this instead. But honestly, this should have been it. This is just good for the Tempai and turboing out any trap you want. In hindsight, I probably should have ran the Blue Angel tier, but it was like this whole build and everything was very like last minute, because before I was testing like the trap version, it didn't really attune to me. So yeah, I couldn't really make last minute edits.
You have to hard draw this one though?
You do have to hard draw this one, yes. But like at the same time, if you draw it's nice. If you don't, like it's okay. But yeah. And then these are the traps. So like I said, I needed the Blue Angel tier because at the regional I was checking with the ruling. In TCG you can't actually transaction copy this, but in OCG you can. So if it was Blue Angel tier, this would have came up a lot more. But thank God I didn't face any Runic Sun, so this didn't come up. But this came up a lot. I was doing this a lot to a lot of people, and it's basically you can't special summon from hand, deck, or extra deck.
Yeah, you're playing Brandon basically.
yeah. So I'm turn skipping people. Yeah. So yeah, and then Ice Dragon's Prison is just for like against like Salmon great for some reason if I face them, or like the U-Bell matchup. Just so I don't want to destroy them. So it comes up quite a bit. So yeah, I think that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the profile. Congrats again on another top. Any last shout-outs?
Yeah, shout outs to my team, Team Anki. Of course to you too, James, Hakuna Matata. My fiance Christina for being cool with me playing the game and also supporting me, and my locals Hope Cup Collectibles.
Yes.
We're located at LB Mall, and it's been popping up quite a bit lately. We're getting a lot of people, and I'm kind of really happy of how much it has like grown over the time.
Awesome, so, and it'll grow even more. Okay,
yeah.
Well, thank you. Take care. Yeah.